Are you tired of losing and then gaining weight over and over again? Ever wonder how some people seem to keep the same body size year after year without counting calories or working out constantly? How do they manage to stay steady without the ups and downs of dieting? It's normal for our bodies to change over time, but losing and gaining weight repeatedly, also called weight cycling, is a common issue with dieting. Intuitive eating is a way to trust your body to manage your weight naturally. Instead of counting calories, you pay attention to your feelings of hunger, fullness, and satisfaction. Your body can adjust to what it needs much better than any calorie app or formula. In this post, we'll look at why this happens and offer tips on how to break free from the cycle of weight loss and gain. But before we begin, hi, welcome. My name is Nicole, I'm a dietitian, and here we explore dieting myths and disordered eating. Let's get started. One big mistake people make about losing weight is thinking that we can control it just by using apps, meal plans, or picking exercise based on calories burned. The dieting and wellness industry, which is worth billions of dollars, wants us to believe that we can completely control our weight and body shape. However, a large body of research spanning over decades finds that the more we try to control weight and food, the more weight we actually gain long term. People who diet often end up with eating disorders, lower self-esteem, more social anxiety, and the frustrating cycle of losing and gaining weight. Here's the good news. Our bodies are really good at managing weight and calories on their own. People who practice intuitive eating trust their bodies to handle weight naturally. Studies show that intuitive eaters usually have more stable weight and avoid the ups and downs of dieting. This helps reduce the health problems related to weight cycling, no matter what their body size is. Let's think about what happens when you eat a meal, like a sandwich. When you eat, your body uses hormones, brain chemicals, and even the smell of food to figure out how many nutrients and calories you're taking in. These signals go to the brain, particularly the hypothalamus, which controls hunger and how full you feel. As you eat, your brain gets updates from hormones and starts to release leptin, which tells you, hey, we're full now. This is why you start to feel full, which might feel like a full stomach, less interest in food, or a bit sluggish. If you've eaten enough to meet your body's needs, you'll feel satisfied and won't be hungry for a few hours, anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, depending on things like how much you ate, what you ate, and your activity level. Your brain quickly notices how many calories you've had and adjusts to keep you balanced. So forget the idea that your brain takes a long time to catch up with your fullness. It's actually quite fast. Our bodies adjust to changes in calorie needs all the time, and they do it more accurately than any diet app or calorie formula can. Everyone has their own unique needs, and your body is smart enough to know how much it needs to stay at a weight where you feel your best, without needing dieting tools. Experts say that our ideal weight usually falls within a range of 5 to 20 pounds, and we tend to stay around that range. Remember, it's normal for our weight to change a little over the day because of things like how much water we drink, how much we exercise, and how our body digests food. For example, if you weigh more in the afternoon after eating, it's probably just due to water in your system, not because you've suddenly gained fat. Sometimes we might eat a bit too much. You don't have to be perfect with your hunger and fullness cues to avoid weight cycling. As long as you're somewhere in the ballpark of tuning into these cues, you're on the right track. It's normal to overeat now and then, maybe because you're distracted or enjoying your food a lot. The good news is our bodies are good at adjusting. You might find that you're less hungry at your next meal, or that you feel like moving more. If you listen to your body's signals and pay attention to when you're full, your body will naturally adjust and help you maintain a weight that works for you. If you start ignoring these signals, skipping meals, restricting food, or exercising too much because of overeating, it could lead to disordered eating. If this happens often, it's important to talk to a professional for help. We've talked about what happens in your body when you feel full. Now, let's look at what happens when you're hungry. When your body runs low on nutrients, it sends signals to your brain that it needs more fuel. The brain responds by making more ghrelin, a hormone that makes you feel hungry and tells you it's time to eat. This hormone causes physical signs of hunger, like thinking more about food, feeling tired, having mood swings, struggling to concentrate, hearing your stomach growl, and other similar symptoms. Just like feeling full gradually during a meal, hunger signals start out mild but become stronger the longer you go without eating. If you wait too long, you might experience what's called primal hunger, intense and urgent food cravings. It's normal to overeat when this happens because our body thinks it's in danger of starving, and it tries to make up for it by eating extra calories. What happens when we don't eat enough and ignore our hunger signals? Sometimes we might ignore hunger because we're super busy, focused on calorie counting, sticking to meal plans, trying trendy diets like intermittent fasting, or using weight loss medication. Let's look at what happens when we ignore our hunger cues. When we cut calories, whether on purpose or by accident, our metabolism slows down. This is called metabolic adaptation. It means our bodies need fewer calories, making calorie counting less accurate. Studies show that when we eat less, our metabolism can drop by about 10 to 20%, which is around 150 to 300 calories a day. This drop helps us survive when food is scarce, but also makes it harder to keep off weight because our body tries to hold on to every calorie. Why does metabolism slow down during starvation? When we don't eat enough, our body starts to break down muscle tissue for fuel, like burning furniture for heat when you can't afford to keep warm. Without enough calories, the body uses its own resources, which lowers the metabolism. A study of the Biggest Loser contestants 6 years later showed that their bodies burned 500 to 800 fewer calories than before the show. And many of them gained back a lot of the weight that they had lost. When you don't eat enough, your body makes changes to help you feel less full. In the same Biggest Loser study, contestants had lower levels of leptin, the hormone that tells you when you're full, than before the show. This is the body's way of preparing for possible future starvation. Also, the body might start to store more fat as a safeguard against future starvation. This is called fat overshooting, and happens when dieting causes the body to gain back more fat after losing both fat and muscle tissue. Figuring out how many calories you need is tricky because many factors affect your energy use and metabolism. The best way to manage your weight is to listen to your body's signals of hunger, fullness, satisfaction, and enjoyment. Research shows that just like how our bodies regulate temperature, they also manage our caloric needs to keep us at our natural weight. Our bodies adjust to changes in calorie needs much better than any calorie formula or dieting app. We should trust our bodies to manage our unique weight and shape and appreciate the diversity of body sizes. Are you tired of the endless cycle of losing and gaining weight? Ready to stop yo-yo dieting? I can help. As a registered dietitian nutritionist, certified intuitive eating counselor, and a holder of a master's degree in dietetics administration, I offer online nutrition counseling, intuitive eating coaching, and body image healing. Visit the link in my bio to learn more and schedule your free discovery call today. Thanks for watching.